Hi. Steve says that Australia have got away with one. Do you feel like that as well?
I mean, we were playing some good cricket. It would have been nice to see how the game would unfold if we were able to get out and finish it. But, you know, it is a funny game, cricket, and when there is rain around, the Duckworth-Lewis does tend to help the side batting second. But, yeah, like I say, the guys were going well with the ball in hand, and, yeah, it would have been interesting to see how it unfolded. But we can only look at what we controlled, and that was the good cricket that we played, and it's important we take that into the next game.
Obviously, a quick tournament, not much time to come back from points lost, I guess. But do you feel like, having played this way, you come out of the game at least full of confidence? Yeah,
that's what I mean. Yeah, we can't control the weather, although it is a little bit frustrating. I think the guys stuck at the task well with the bat. You know, with the ball there, they came and bowled aggressively, which was what we were after, and we were able to take those early wickets. So, you know, it was a good performance, although we weren't able to perhaps see the duration of the match, which would have been nice, but still, you never know. Australia are obviously a very good side, one of the top ranked sides in this tournament, that's for sure, and you know, they do have a lot of depth, so you know, that's all the unknown. But yeah, what we controlled, we thought today was pretty good, and it's important we move on to the next game.
Kane, what do you put the collapse of the lower order down to?
Yeah, look, it's one of those interesting things when you form a partnership where you want to increase the run rate and you have wickets in hand. Guys come out and play aggressively, and you are going to lose wickets, and that's just sort of the nature of the beast. When you come up against a side like Australia, they have a very good bowling attack, and it can make striking from ball one very difficult. But I still, from a captaincy perspective, really appreciate the selfless behaviours that our middle and lower order batters showed, to go out there and try and score from ball one, which they made the attempt. It didn't quite come off. Yes, we would have liked more. We always want more, but we still had a pretty good score on the board.
Kane, who do you think are some of the best batsmen in world cricket today?
There's quite a few in the opposition dressing room. Look, on any day, anyone can score runs, and then people maybe think they're good players, so it's very hard to say. Look, AB de Villiers, I think's an exceptional player in all formats. Virat, obviously, Steve Smith, Joe Root, I don't know, there's heaps of good players. Oh, I don't know, some days it goes okay, some days it doesn't.
Just wanted to ask about your run out. Did you not think the ball was coming to your end, or because it looked like you weren't going at full steam the whole way through the run?
Yeah, I sort of didn't think we were going to run, and then we ran, and and I was out. Yeah, bit of a bugger, but yeah, it's cricket, isn't it? So it would have been nice to try and carry on for a little bit longer and get us perhaps a bigger score if you could, and things went your way. But yeah, bit of a mix-up, but never mind.
Your thoughts on Adam's bowling performance today?
Yeah, bowled very well. In the rain as well, even more impressive. Yeah, I thought the guys came out and bowled aggressively, which I thought was very important, and hit the wicket hard, which we saw when the Australians bowled. When they did that, it was a little bit more difficult to score and get some momentum. So that's what we set out to do, and I thought they executed very well. Made it hard to get away on a very good batting surface. So I thought the bowlers, although it was a small sample size, I thought they showed some good intent and bowled very well.
Kane, I won't ask you about your own batting, but perhaps you'll have a comment on Luke Ronke at the top of the order.
Yeah, I thought Ronke was outstanding, setting the tone today. Also, Guptill as well. There was a very good partnership at the top of the order against a very good bowling attack in that of Australia. So to get us off to a very good start and show that sort of increase in run rate, which most, I think, sides around the world are attempting to do, was a great effort by Luke and a very good innings.
Kane, were you surprised how many... Obviously, Luke batted really well, but how loose the Australian bowling was first up? And Steve was quite disappointed with how they started.
It's not really something you think about too much. You just, as a batsman, I'm assuming you're asking, when it was out in the middle, it's like that. You know, I think if they have a slight, I guess, day where they're not bowling perfectly, they're still very, very good. and that's sort of the nature of their attack. They're probably one of the best attacks in world cricket, and they're always taking wickets. And today I thought the opening partnership from us was very, very good and put them under a bit of pressure on a good batting surface. But they were still able to take those wickets as well, which is something for, I suppose, the other teams to strive for. That on some of these surfaces, you're wanting to take those wickets through that middle period and certainly at the death as well.
Do you think the ball's going to swing at all during this tournament, and does that change your tactics at all?
I don't know. I think if it's overcast and it doesn't rain, then that would help. Coming into today, we did hear that it was going to be quite overcast, and when the sun was out, we thought it was perhaps a good opportunity to bat, thinking that maybe when it was our turn to bowl, we might get some swing, but then it kept raining, and obviously when that happens, the ball gets a little bit damp and kind of takes that away. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I know in the warm-up games there was some swing, and certainly when it became overcast and the lights came on, there was a little bit more movement as well, which is sort of the nature of cricket in this country.
Kane, going back to the toss, when you saw the team sheet and Marcus Stoinis wasn't on there after the unbeaten 146 he made 2 starts ago, were you surprised?
Yeah, look, he's a very good player. Played really nicely against us in that home series. I suppose that's the luxury for choice in the Australian side, that they've got a lot of depth, and perhaps unlucky to miss out. But you look at the 11 that they had out there on the park, and it was a very strong side.
What's your assessment of the group now? After this washout, you're a bit behind the 8 ball now, aren't you? Slightly. Yeah, 1 point, I suppose. It's is what it is. We've got 2 more games. It's still the nature of this tournament, is every game is basically knockout style. So you need to play in that fashion, and those sorts of things we can't really control. We don't want to focus too much on. We'd rather focus a lot more on the cricket that we want to play. And I think today we played some good cricket, showed some good signs, and we'll need to be better again going into the game against England.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.